Cool. I'm ready to kick it off. Not sure who's here on or not, but I'm ready to kick this off. Hello, everybody. My name is Louis, or correct pronunciation is Luis, but you can call me Lou. It's cool. Just to give you a little background about myself, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Queens. Then I moved to the Bronx later on in life before I actually now live in Jersey. But before living in Jersey, I lived in the Bronx for about over 10 years, I would say. And yeah, that's pretty much where I was born, raised, and live. To tell you the truth, what I do for a living, I'm doing what I love to do and getting paid for it. Doing what I love to do and I'm getting paid for it. What do? I work for Twitter. I'm an audio video senior support engineer. Sounds like a whole big title. That's a big title. But what I basically do at Twitter, I make sure all the conference rooms are up and running. Make sure that pretty much like you were in school, you were probably doing hybrid, you were in school, you had the camera in the room, you had all this stuff. I go into the conference rooms, I make sure the camera's working. I make sure that when you plug in your laptop, it works. Make sure the microphone is working, the speakers, that's what I do. Now, the best part of my job is that I get to support events. So there have been events where Stephen Curry has been there. I'll tell you the truth, I don't get starstruck, but that was the only person I got starstruck with. I've seen and met Beyonce, DMX. I drove him around all day. I've met all these artists, but Stephen Curry was the only one. I didn't meet him. I just saw him. He was about 20 feet away from me. And I was like, oh, snap, this is Stephen Curry. The guy, the best three-point shooter who can shoot three-pointers from half court like nothing, from the bleachers, from wherever, from the seats, anywhere. But that's the awesome part of my job. I had a chance to see Chadwick Boseman. He came to my job. I mean, the list goes on. And I love what I do. I enjoy it. And if I can do it, so can you. You can do what you love to do and get paid for it. It doesn't matter how small it is, how big it is, how it's impossible. How can I do that? Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can. So today, I'm going to give you some tips, some things you can do to help you crush your goals and your dreams. I'm not talking about like crushing, like destroying it, killing it, like no, but crushing in a good way, like to manifest your dreams, to turn your dreams into reality, to accomplish your goals. So just to give you a little background, something that happened recently. I would say this was in November. I rented a convertible. For those who don't know, you don't know me, you're hearing this for the first time. I love convertibles. I've always wanted a convertible, top down. I love it. I love it. And it was always like, man, I want to have a convertible one day. But in November, I said, you know what? Forget about dreaming one day. I'm going to make it my goal. I am going to have a convertible. I'm going to buy my own convertible in 3 years, and it's going to be paid in full. No car note, no nothing. So after I returned the car, I went back home. I started writing down how I wanted the car. Well, first of all, excuse me. I wrote down my dreams and my goals. So my goal was to have a car within 3 years paid in full. I wrote that down. Then I wrote down, how do I want the car? What color is it going to be? What rims is it going to have? What speakers is it going to have? I want the digital cluster. I want this. I want that. And I started writing down my dreams and my goals. Right? So that's the first thing. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, right now, as you're listening to me, I want you to write down your goals and your dreams. Give me at least 3. You're probably saying, I don't know what my dream is right now. I don't know what I want to do for a living, but I'm sure there's goals you need to accomplish. You may be in high school, you may be in junior high school, you may be in college, and you're struggling in a certain class and you want to pass it, but you're struggling. You feel like you're giving up. Write it down. This is my goal. I'm going to pass this class. Right? So write down, what are your goals? Maybe it's to graduate. Maybe you're struggling in school. It's like, man, I just want to graduate. Put that down. I want to graduate junior high school. I'm going to graduate. Now I want to graduate high school. I want to get into this college. Write those dreams down. What are those dreams that you have? What are those goals that you have? Because it's going to help you. It's going to motivate you. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But again, for those of you just joining right now, write down your dreams. Write down, you're in this session. You just joined right now. You're in this session for a reason. And you're not here just to chill out and relax. No, you're here because there's a dream that you have. There's a goal that you want to accomplish. So right now, wherever you're at, if you're on your computer, you're watching on your laptop, you have a pen and paper, write down really quick, what are your goals and your dreams? What is that you want to accomplish? Whether it's in the future, maybe you want to get a house, maybe you want to go into a certain college. What is it? Write down those dreams. I'll give you a few seconds just to write those down as you listen to me talk. But that's what I did. I wrote down exactly how I wanted my car, what color, what features, what rims I wanted, and I wrote down my goal. In 3 years, I'm going to have my convertible. And I put a timestamp on it. Put your timestamp on your goals. You can dream and all you want. You can set up goals, But if you don't put a timestamp on it, it's just like, I'll do it whenever. I can do this next year, next month. No, put a timestamp on your goals. So that way, all right, by the end of the school year, I'm gonna pass all my classes with such and such grade. I'm gonna save money so I can have money for college and pay this semester off. Write it down. Write it down. Right? What is your goal? Next thing you need to do is plan it out. What I did when I said I made a goal, like I'm gonna have my convertible, I planned it out. How am I gonna do this? What do I need to do in order to get my convertible? I need to save money every week. What I need to do, I'm gonna take some money from my tax returns, my tax refunds. I'm gonna take money from my bonus at work, and within 3 years, I'm gonna have my convertible. Fast forward, 134 days later, I ended up buying my convertible, paid in full. Sometimes, I'll tell you the truth, things don't work out the way you planned it. That was my plan, 3 years. But what kept me focused on getting my convertible was the plan. This is what I got to do. And I started doing it. And something happened where I had some money that I didn't know, and I was able to purchase the car, paid in full. So if you have goals and you have dreams, plan it out. For you, it may not be a car. For you, is you want to go to a certain college. What do you need to do to get into that college? You have to maybe take some SATs and whatever the SATs. What do you have to do? You have to study. You have to put in the work. You got to invest time to do what you got to do to accomplish your dreams. Plan it out. You may not have the finances to go to school right now. Maybe you could do one credit. So you're gonna work. You're gonna save some money so that way you can take one class, not one credit. I know a class like 4 credits, 3 credits. You save the money and you plan it out. What do I need to do to accomplish my dreams? Some of you or accomplish my goals. Some of you need to maybe hang out with the wrong crowd, look for new friends to surround yourself with. Why? Me in high school, I went into high school and I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, making the wrong decisions. I wasn't doing too bad in school in 9th grade, but 10th grade, I got this girlfriend and I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, started cutting class, started doing this, making the wrong decisions. And what happened? I ended up failing my classes, some of my classes. I was barely passing. I would have to go to summer school, do extra credit. Like, what do I need to pass just to get there, right? And because I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, I was making the wrong decisions. Some of you need people in your life that are going to push you, not pull you back from what you want to do, that are going to push you into your destiny, going to push you to do what you got to do, instead of putting you back and putting you away from your dreams and your goals and doing what you got to do. You need people who are going to pick you up instead of pull you down. Think about it. Who are the friends? I mean, you might need to cut out some friends in your life, maybe not hang out with them as much. That depends on your situation. You may have good friends, but you got to, I can't hang out with you right now. I'm focused on my studies. I'm focused on what I got to do, and you do you. Plan it out. What is it that you need to do in order to accomplish your dreams? So first thing you're going to write down, a few goals, a few dreams. Second thing you're going to write down, the plan. How am I going to make this happen? And I'll tell you the truth. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but, and that's life, whatever you want to call it, the universe, God. It's like, I have other plans and you have to go elsewhere. That's fine too. Things happen. We don't have all the answers, but at least have a plan, something is set in stone that you can follow and do what you got to do. The third thing I want you to write down right now are some affirmations. What I did, there were 2 things that were my goal and my dreams. You already heard about the convertible. The second one was to have my first speaking engagement. This, you could say, is my first official speaking engagement at a conference. And I set that goal at the beginning of the year. By the end of the year, I'm going to have at least 1 speaking engagement. And here it is. What I did, I wrote it down. What's my vision? I want to speak to junior high school, and college students. What's the plan? I have to do what I got to invest in myself, become a better speaker. I got to hang out with the right crowd and those who are going to mentor me and push me, that are going in the right direction as I am. So you need people in your life like that. So I wrote down some affirmations. I am going to speak to young people, to junior high school students. And outside of that, I am going to have my own vacation home with palm trees. I am going to be a multi-millionaire by the age of 50. My house is going to be paid off by the age of 50. And I just went on. I wrote down all these affirmations, these things, there's power in your words. So write down these affirmations. I'm not afraid to speak in front of thousands of people. Affirmation, I'm affirming myself. I'm not afraid. Right now, who knows? I may be afraid, but as I speak it, my brain begins to believe it. So just write it down. I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but write down the affirmations. If you're struggling with, I know we're talking about goals and dreams, but if you're struggling with confidence and self-esteem and feeling like you're ugly or you're stupid, I am smart. I will graduate high school. I will. I am. I will. I am. Write down those affirmations. Take a few minutes, write down those things that you struggle with that say, I can't do this and I can't do that. My son always constantly, oh, dad, papi, I can't do this. That's something you can do more than what you think. You could do more than what you think. One time we were at Walmart and he was carrying this box of whatever it was. And he's like, papi, that's my son calls me papi. He's like, papi, I can't carry this. Is too heavy. I was like, no, you can do. You're stronger than what you think. Stop saying I can't. And what happened? Because I was there motivating him, telling him, papi, you can do this. You got this. He ended up walking all the way up to the cash register with that box when he originally said he can't. So watch your words. You can do those things. Write down those affirmations, those things you struggle with. Write down the opposite. If you think you're ugly, I'm beautiful. You think you're dumb, I'm smart. You think you're stupid, I'm intelligent. Write those affirmations real quick. I will pay off my mom's house and other stuff, other declarations and other things as well. Write those down. And if you're listening to me right now, let's take action. That's later. That's a few minutes later. But write those things down. Whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your pen and paper, whatever it is. Write those affirmations down. So as you're writing those down, check this out. The next thing you need to do now is speak those things. There's power of life and death in the tongue. There's power in your words. You understand that? That there's power. You can speak life. You can create things with your words. You can build up people. You can build up yourself with words, or you can kill your dreams and yourself and bring death to yourself with your words. You can speak down to yourself. So those words, those affirmations that you have written down, and you probably did a few now, do some more later. Begin to speak those things. And don't be like, I'm going to have my house by 50. I'm going to graduate. I am smart. No, you got to say like with that belief, like, I am smart. I am beautiful. I am this. I will graduate from high school. I will go to college. I will have a master's, bachelor's degree. I will have my own business. Some of you want to be an entrepreneur, have your own business. Begin to speak and declare those things. Your words have power of life and death. You can speak things into existence. I heard Daniel David Shands, I forgot his first name, excuse me, but he said, speak it until you see it. Speak it until you see it. See, to speak those things that are not as though they were. There's power in your words. Do what you got to do and speak them. You know what happens when you begin to speak those things? You begin to believe it. You begin to believe those things that you're speaking. Eventually, your brain, something happens in the brain and the neurons and all these things that happen in the brain, and you begin to believe those things that you're speaking. So speak life, declare things. The next thing you need to do is to watch what you feed your mind. When I first made a goal that I want to be a motivational speaker, like by the end of the year, I'm going to do this, I created another Instagram account. And I only followed motivational speakers. Why? To feed myself stuff that's going to encourage me, that's going to build me up, that's going to edify me, that's going to push me towards my dreams. Because sometimes we watch just garbage on Instagram, on TikTok, and just videos that we could just fall in the rabbit hole. They're funny, they're hilarious, and we fall in there, but it doesn't do anything for us. It's just entertaining. But if you feed yourself, read books, feed your mind with stuff that's going to build you up, that's going to make you better, do what you got to do. Some of you have a mindset that you're just always negative, always down, because that's all you think about. You think you are what you think. You are what you think. If you think you're stupid, you're going to believe that. You're going to bring it forth. Now begin to believe and think on those thoughts like, I am smart. And just begin to meditate on those thoughts and think on those thoughts. And eventually, again, like I said before, something will happen in your brain and there will be a shift in your brain. You think differently. So be careful what you think about. And you can tell what you're thinking about and what's in your mind and what's in your heart by what comes out of your mouth. There's a saying that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever comes out of your mouth, you can tell what's in your mind, because it comes in here, it comes out of your mouth, and it's the whole cycle. It comes out of your mouth and into your brain. You think about it. But if you want to change what you're thinking about, how you see yourself, begin to speak differently and begin to think differently. Speak it so your mind believes it, and it's a whole thing. So watch what you feed your mind. Be careful. Feed your stuff that's going to edify you, that's going to build you, that's going to push you closer towards your dreams and accomplishing your goals. Watch what you feed your mind. Watch your feed. Watch what your Instagram, what you're watching, what people say about you, what you think about. Watch what you're feeding your mind. All right? The last thing, well, two more things. I'll be writing this down. Pursue. Pursue your dreams. Go after your dreams. How do you do that? By executing on those things that you said you were going to do, those goals. Execute it. Go after it. There's a saying that Dreams are only daydreams if you don't set a goal. They're just daydreaming. I say differently. I say you can have a dream, you can have goals, you can have a time stop. But if you don't act on it, if you don't take action on those goals, then you're just still daydreaming. Those dreams, they're just daydreams until you take the step, you take action on those goals that you set and execute it. Do what you got to do. You want to go into college? Start registering, start saving, execute on each and every one of those goals that you have. Then you're working and you're pursuing towards your dreams and your goals. The next thing you need to do is have discipline. Discipline. Motivation will get you going after this. Who knows? Maybe you're so motivated, you're excited, you want to do this. Yeah, Lou, I'm in this. I'm ready to go after my dreams, my goals, go to college, do what I got to do, start my own business. But what happens after a week or after 2 weeks or after a month or even tomorrow? The motivation is gone. Discipline is left. You need discipline. You need to discipline yourself. Let me tell you this. There was, for years, I would start working out, stop working out, start working out, stop working out. We've heard it. People, New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, next year I'm going to start working out. Motivation leaves. They're good. Discipline. There's no discipline. They have the motivation. They get them going, but there's no discipline. So you need the discipline to keep you going. You need to stay disciplined and do what you got to do. I had a motto. My motto was, I don't care if I don't feel like doing it, I'm going to do it anyway when it came to working out. I'm going to work out even if I don't feel like it. So even if you don't feel like doing that goal that you set, that thing that you have set to do it anyway. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. Do it. Stick to the plan. Keep your eyes on the prize. Do what you got to do, execute, and it will pay off. So stay disciplined. And because my motto was, you know what? I'm going to work out even if I don't feel like working out. That kept me going for 4 years now. That was my motto. That's my discipline. I'm going to work out even if I don't feel like it. And sometimes when you don't feel like it, you could go even further. There was a time where I worked out. There was a time when I was tired. Like, man, I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to work out. And when I say, you know what, forget it. I am going to work out. I did more push-ups and more pull-ups than I did than when I wasn't tired. So stay disciplined. Do what you got to do. Next thing, stay determined. Be determined that no matter what happens in your life, you are going to accomplish your dreams. You are going to accomplish your goals and do it all. You're going to crush it. Whether sickness comes your way, look at Idre. This guy has cancer, but he's still doing this thing, still going after his call and his dream. Whether sickness comes your way, whether there's issues at home with your parents, whatever it may be determined that you're going to graduate high school. Even if nobody in your family graduated high school or went into college, you can do it. You can do it. You can. Stay determined. Even if there's financial issues and you want to go to college, stay determined. One way or another, I'm going to get into college. I'm going to do this. Stay determined. And last but not least, repeat it. It's not just today you hear this and yeah, I'm motivated. All right, I wrote down my dream. I wrote down my affirmations. I spoke it today. I did all the things you said, Lou. But there's going to be a daily thing where you need to do it over and over. There was one time, I think about last month, 2 months ago, where I woke up. We all wake up in the wrong side of bed one time or another. And I don't know what the heck happened. I woke up and these thoughts in my head like, you can't be a motivation speaker. It's not in you. Don't do it. And I was like feeling down, like, yeah, man, I can't. I don't have it in me to speak to young people and how they're going to listen to me and all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let me go for a walk. Because I go through my morning walks and routine. That's my routine. I go, I pray, I meditate, I talk to God. And as I was walking, I said, no, you know what? Forget about this. No. And I started speaking life into myself. I am going to be a motivation speaker. I am called to speak to young people. I have a message and begin to speak life. And I began to speak life. And my whole emotions began to change. The way I felt began to change. So yes, there were going to be times where you need to get up and start speaking life into yourself and say those affirmations that you wrote down. Speak life. Speak life into those dead things in your life. When you're feeling out of it, speak life is going to change the way you think, the way you feel. So yes, you're going to have to repeat those things. If you have to write down your goals again, if you have to write down the affirmations or new affirmations again, there's a thing. I'm telling you, when teachers, how many of you, it happened for me, where you're in school and you keep on talking in class and teacher says, all right, sit on the side, write down, I will not talk in class. I will not talk in class 25 times, 50 times. Anybody been there before? I've been there. I once or twice I've been in trouble. But there's something to it. There's something to it. You write it down, like, wait, okay, I'm not going to speak in class. Something happens in mind, and I'm not going to speak in class. So if you have to write things down again, write those affirmations down. If you have to write your vision down again, write it down. If you have to write down your goals, the plan, whatever it is, repeat it. Do it again. Because there's going to be times where you're not going to feel like it. But when you begin to speak those things again and speak life, I tell you, things will change. And look at me now, because I follow all these steps. I'm giving you the steps I did to pursue my dreams and accomplish my goals. And here I am speaking to you guys. That was one of my dreams. That was one of my desires at the beginning of the year, or before, like in 2020, to have my first speaking engagement. And here I am. And those were the steps that I did to help me keep focused. I can't say that this is 100%. It's always going to happen the way you want it to, because, you know, life, it doesn't work like that. But at least having you write down the goals, the dreams, the plan, you speak it, it keeps you focused on the prize. It keeps you focused on your dreams. It keeps you focused on your goals. So I encourage you. I know we have a few more minutes left. I know it's time for Q&A. If there's any questions, if there's not, I'll give you one last little nugget, but do those things. Write it down. Whew, I am feeling it. It's hot in here. I'm in the garage. It is hot, but let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know in the chat here. Like I said before, I'm from Jersey, living in Jersey right now. I work for Twitter. I'm an audio video engineer at Twitter. Make sure all the conference rooms are up and running. And yeah, so, but I'll give you one more thing, since we got like 6 minutes left, and I want to just stay here, like looking at the camera, like, all right. Any questions comes up, I will look at it. Let me just change this here real quick. But one last thing. Some of you have a dream that you want to accomplish, something you want to do. Master your craft. Be the best at it. You want to master your craft. Let's say, for example, you want to be a chef. You want to be a basketball player, an athlete, a professional athlete. Master your craft. Get better at it. Practice, practice, practice. Do what you got to do. You want to be a chef. Try different recipes. Try different things. If you want to be a basketball player, if you want to join the basketball team in your school, begin to practice. Michael Jordan didn't make it into his, I think he failed the first or second time, but look at him. He became the greatest. He didn't give up. He kept on practicing. So if you do what you got to do to accomplish, you get better at it. If you have to look at YouTube videos, TED Talks, whatever, YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube, whatever it is, from learning how to play the bass to learning how to dribble and or different recipes. You can learn anything on YouTube. Master your craft. Be the best person. Be the best at whatever it is that you do. If you want to sell, you want to be a salesman, you want to sell houses, you want to sell crypto, stocks, well, I don't know, whatever it is. Begin to read books that are going to make you better. Hang out with the people that are in that industry, that are doing it already, so you can grow and learn from them. Master your craft, get better. It means you have to invest time. That means you can't hang out with the people like you used to. You can't party like you used to. You can't play on your games, PS4 or PS5. You can't do that. Because why? Because you're focusing, you're investing your time and your energy into something that's going to bring you a reward, that's going to make you better. People will call out to you. So you have to invest time, you have to invest money. Some of you want to go to college and you're like, man, yeah, I want to go to college, but you want to get the latest sneakers, or you want to get the latest purse. But you have to be like, you know what? No, I want to go to college right now. My main thing is college. I could put that on hold, save that money that I was going to put towards the sneakers and put it towards a class in school or a certification. Maybe you don't want to go to college, but maybe you want to get a certification in a certain area. You take that money and you invest it into a license, a certification. That's what I did. When I first came into the AV industry, it wasn't like, all right, come in the AV industry, that's it. No, I want to grow. I want to move up. I want to get better. So what I did, I ended up taking a certification, taking a class, a certification. That's something that would help me in the AV industry. And because I had that certification, I was able to get other jobs, including Twitter, and work for them and get paid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting paid good money. I'm getting paid good money, and I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm not tooting my own horn, or I'm just saying, like, you do your part and God will do the rest. You put in the work, you put in the heart. Things don't come easy. Things don't come easy, but you put in the work. You stay faithful. You serve. You invest in yourself. Yes, this could be time involved. You don't have time for all these. Yes, you can't get the latest sneakers and the purse and this, but in the long run, you could get that and more. Don't settle for like the right now, and look towards the future and what you can get in the future. So invest in yourself. And that's the last thing I had. I know we got a few more minutes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Woo! But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this here. If it was one thing, it doesn't matter. But again, take all these things that you heard today and apply it. We can hear all these things, we can listen all day, but if we don't apply it, it doesn't do anything. It sounds good, but it's not going to make a change in your life. It's not going to do anything. If you don't execute, nothing's going to happen. You got to do your part. And again, like I said before, let God do the rest. And yeah, so that's all I have. I know we got 2 minutes left. That's all I have. If any questions, I don't see any questions coming up here. But yeah, so thank you again. If there's no questions, I'll be here for the next 2 minutes. If there's no question, cool. Next minute now, 2 minutes. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I hope and pray that you encourage, motivated, and that you stick to your guns and execute. Even if once this motivation leaves, you do what you got to do, because you will crush those dreams. Cool. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. It's hot in here. So if you're sticking around, it's hot. I'm in my garage right now. It is hot. I'm sweating. There's no AC. There's no fan. And I guess I just talk to myself to keep you guys going. 2 minutes left. Thank you. but yeah. So, and really quick, I guess I gotta get all of this out. I can't just stay here just talking, mumbling and rumbling. But you are where you're supposed to be. You are where you're supposed to be right now. Every job leads you to the next job, to the next job. And just know that if you're in a job where you can't get out, that you're trying to apply, you're trying to do this and you can't get out, you're stuck in that job, just know that you're there for a reason. In due time, God is going to close that door and open up another one so you can go somewhere else. If you don't get into the school that you wanted to go to, it's okay. There's another plan for your life. Don't be discouraged. One door closes, another door opens up. If you believe in the universe, God, you're going to go in the direction where you need to go. So, yeah. Whew. It is hot. We got a few more seconds left. But again, thank you. Again, my name is Luis Sandoval. You can check out my website, Luis Sandoval, LuisSandoval.org. And I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, motivation.lu or motivationlu, which is LU. And thank you for your time. It's 1:30 now. Looking forward to seeing the other speakers. And I hope you guys enjoying the other sessions as well. I see you, Hezekiah. I saw your messages now. Thank you. I believe it. I believe it. You're going to graduate high school with honors on time. That's right. I believe it. Sorry, I was so into the thing that I should have gone back to the messages here. But you're right. Thank you, Hezekiah. I'm going to go through this and thank you. Yep, I got you. Yes, develop that relationship with your counselors. There you go. I guess I can end this. I know there's another session starting, but thank you again, all. I appreciate you. I'm just going to leave now so I don't hold up somebody else's session. You guys can go over there and check it out. But thank you. I appreciate you. Hezekiah, do your thing. Begin, again, speak life. So you go, do what you got to do, execute. You got this. All right. Later.